Morning. Sometimes it seems like we've fallen off of our path, like as if we're not, doing what we're supposed to be doing. But I've just come to realize, after like a year and a couple months of not being on my path, that the path isn't necessarily right or wrong, just different. And that sometimes when you are, let's say, vibrating at a certain frequency, you can't see certain things at different frequencies. And sometimes you just need to maybe come down a little bit or maybe move up a little bit in order to find things and people that are necessary for your development. So whether or not you quit smoking, and then you quit drinking, and then you quit smoking pot, and then for some reason you started drinking and smoking pot again, and not smoking, so that's good, and you've gotten hard on yourself, or let's say you've fallen off your diet, or you don't do as much yoga as you used to, or you don't whatever. The key is to notice, and understand why it is that you did what you did, why you fell off the wagon, why you fell off the treadmill, or any of those things. Once you recognize them and you can understand why it is that you decided to maybe do a little destructive stuff inside of you, you can start rebuilding. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about vibrations and how we were both on different vibrations, and maybe that's why we weren't, in each other's lives as much. And then I saw a quote on Facebook, thanks Facebook, but it said, sometimes you fall because there's something down there that you need to find. And that speaks so much truth to me, I think, right now at the moment, because, like I said, for the past year and a half, I haven't really been living my authentic, true self. I've been doing a lot of destructive things to try and maybe mask certain emotions and feelings that I was having. And that's fine, everybody does that, right? But it's when you notice that these things were going on, you gotta pick yourself up and you just gotta move on, you gotta move up. You can't beat yourself up about it. Because you didn't fall off your path, you just took a different one. You're gonna end up where it is you're supposed to be. As long as when you hear those messages, and you see those things, you act upon them and you don't ignore them. If your conscience is telling you to do something, if your heart is telling you to do something, do it. If it's gonna hurt, do it. Because if you don't do it, that lesson's gonna come back to you, and it's gonna be harder and harder and harder to do. Trust me. I spent the last 5 months trying to just come back and just to, not have a drink, to not have to think about something, or not smoke that joint, to not have to feel. It gets harder and harder. But likewise, it gets easier and easier the less you betray yourself, the easier it gets to do these things that you're supposed to do for the goodness of yourself and of others, right? There's a lot of rambling that I did just now. I've been working on this for a couple months now in my head, and it's just, there's a lot, but just know, it may seem like you've fallen off your path, it may seem like you're not even anywhere near where you're supposed to be, but you are. Things may seem shitty. Likewise, I like saying likewise. Likewise, things may be super awesome for you, right? You are where you're supposed to be. And remember, when this speaks to you, listen, because it knows. Because it is you, and you are it. So, love yourselves, love each other, and love Mother Earth, because she needs a little bit of loving right now. Bye everyone. Have a magical day.